Enable.
Hello and welcome to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 8. This is part 2 of the semi-final round and the excitement continues to build up. 15 teams have been shortlisted from India's top business schools, and today 3 of these teams get a chance to fight for a spot in the finals. While the contestants gear up for the competition, let's take a look at what L.I.M.E is all about.
Welcome to the grand finale of Hindustan Unilever and CNBC TV 18's Lessons in Marketing Excellence.
Who's the core target audience?
We are just targeting on investors,
potential suppliers, state road checkpoints. We are assuming 2022, but what next?
I have better answers. Did you think about it?
Very effective in terms of the AIDS campaign.
Budding marketeers to come out with creative ideas.
CNBC TV 18 and Hindustan Unilever have partnered over the last 8 years to bring together India's top B-school students. The aim is to generate fresh marketing ideas and promote industry interaction. Every campus is presented with a real-life case study, and contestants have to come up with innovative solutions to specific challenges. Five teams at each campus are selected to be part of an executive pitch. 2 teams are further shortlisted for an in-depth interaction with the jury. Every campus has 1 winning team. 15 teams make it to the national level semi-finals. 3 top teams then battle it out at the grand finale. It's a competition that has now gained enduring appeal, a must-do for B-school students year after year. At the semi-finals, contestants have to come up with marketing strategies for one of Hindustan Unilever's flagship household brands, L.I.M.E. The semi-finalists have to find a relevant emotional consumer need and craft the purpose statement for the brand. They also have to come up with a marketing strategy for the next 12 months. The 3 teams who will make their presentations today are Guerrillas from Goa Institute of Management, 3 Lemonators from IIM Bangalore, and Jokamon Go from IIM Calcutta. With that, it's time to meet the jury members whose decisions will decide the fate of these teams. We have Vipul Mathur, Category Head for Mass and Mid-Fabric Wash at Hindustan Unilever. Geetika Mehta, Head of Innovation for L.I.M.E at Hindustan Unilever. And CNBC TV 18's Anant Rangaswamy. Well, it's time to get started. The first team to present is Guerrillas from Goa Institute of Management. Can we please have you on stage for your presentation? Before you begin, let me tell you, you have 3 minutes to finish your presentation, after which the buzzer will sound out, followed by a question-answer round with the judges. All the best. Your time starts now.
Pav bhaji, chole bhature, dosa, vada pav, biryani, samosa. No matter where you belong, food is every Indian's first love. When happy, they have khana. When sad, they have more khana. A lot of memories are written over dining tables, stories that are cherished for life. Our research on Indian women indicates that as much as they love cooking, they hate the act of dishwashing. All women wish to get done with this chore as soon as possible. Also, cooking in their life is of paramount importance, क्योंकि हर हिंदुस्तानी के दिल का रास्ता उसके पेट से होके गुजरता है. L.I.M.E as a brand has been successful in registering its functional benefits in the mind of its consumers. However, the PODs have now become the POPs of the category. In order to establish a strong emotional connect, the brand purpose we propose is make dishwashing quick and effortless, for there are countless stories to write over every meal.
Our campaign revolves around the idea that no happy story around food should be compromised on because of the troublesome task of dishwashing. आप बस कहानियाँ लिखिए, happy ending के लिए L.I.M.E है ना? Through this campaign, the brand personality we intend to establish is that of sincerity, a happy helper. To serve the brand purpose further, we propose an addition of 2 brand elements, piece of action. In order to check if the dish is clean, the finger would be moved now in the form of a smiling curve over the dish. The second is that of form of words. Happy ending ke liye L.I.M.E hai na would be a slogan that would be used across all our marketing initiatives. We plan to land this campaign in the market through a 3-phase execution plan, Triple H: happy moments, happy memories, happy sharing. In the first phase, we plan to use television, radio and digital to share the moments of happiness of general family experiences around food. Additionally, considering that Indians are very used to having tea with their first newspaper read early in the morning, we plan to leverage this channel and attach sachets of Vim along with the newspaper at the end of the newspaper. Happy ending to their morning tea.
The second phase would include promotions through nostalgic advertising, which has great potential for stopping power for the TG. The advertising showcasing slices of life would be aired on television and radio. The phases would also include a customer engagement activity, a one-day camp to let participants make memories over traditional ways of cooking, like cooking on aluminium drums. After which, these stuffed vessels would be washed easily with Vim. At the end, each participant will take home a Vim hamper to reinforce the Vim positioning. The third phase would include special acts of generosity or kindness. We would encourage consumers to share such stories on social media channels. The agenda of this stage is to move up the Maslow's hierarchy and develop a base for movement towards esteem needs. In rural areas, we plan to create an on-ground activation of the campaign through installation of Vim dispensers in small and medium-scale factories in select areas. The workers will be encouraged to wash dabbas by themselves and be enablers of happy ending for their wives. We also plan to leverage the Shaktivani network to increase the awareness of the campaign. Thank you.
It looked more to me like a campaign idea for an ongoing, like a brand continuing campaign idea. Where is the purpose at the heart of it?
Vim has been the introducer of the Vim bar and the category entirely to make the dishwashing task a completely easy doing task for all women around the country. So Vim has always been trying over time to make it easy, make things easy for women. So that is the reason we've stuck to the same thing and we've tried to establish an emotional connect on the same lines. And about the purpose, we've tried to keep it so open. The campaign, Happy Ending Ke Liye Vim Hai Na, that can be extended further at a lot of points. It's not a short campaign. We've tried to take step-by-step initiatives than making it far-fetched.
A brand like Lifebuoy says its purpose is to reduce the number of deaths of children under the age of 5 because of diarrhea. Right? That is a very purposeful kind of a statement. What is the equivalent purposeful kind of a statement for Vim in the context of the purpose that you are setting for Vim?
The brand purpose and the thing that KPI that we would like to measure here is how much easier is it becoming year on year for people to do the dishwashing chore basically. So as years pass by, from the bar we moved on to the liquid, and from the liquid we are moving on to now tubes and all. So all of that year on year make things as easier as possible for the families.
And you think that that's perhaps the most socially relevant thing that Vim could do? Because that sounds very functional, yeah, very business and functional.
The purpose that we attach to it is that of relieving their stress on dishwashing and making it more connected towards a happier side of cooking and dining. That is the emotional side of it. That is why we've added an emotional connect to the entire brand purpose that let the happy moments stay over the dining and cooking and ease out the efforts on dishwashing.
So is it that you decided that Vim doesn't matter in rural India, or what is it?
So it matters a lot in rural India.
I don't think your understanding of rural India exists. I don't think you've gone there. I don't think you've tried to understand what it is.
Even if we were to believe that rural markets, rural areas don't really have a lot of factories, we're certain to say that people from the rural areas do come to the factories wherever they're situated and they work there. And if we at that touch point talk about Vim to them, if we have the Vim dispensers there, we're talking about a happy ending for their wives. So the emotional connect that we are proposing with this brand purpose, we want to take that forward there at that touch point.
Well, with that, it's time for a short break. 2 more teams are raring to go, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 8. This is part 2 of the semi-finals. It's time now for 3 laminators from IIM Bangalore to share their marketing ideas for the case study Vim. 3 laminators, it's time for you to gear up for your presentation. 3 laminators, welcome back. Well, before you begin, I'd like to tell you that you have 3 minutes to finish your presentation, after which you will engage in a question and answer round with the judges. Good luck, your time starts now.
Good afternoon. We are Team 3 Laminators from I.M. Bangalore, and we are here to add a feel-good dimension to mundane dishwashing, which all women seem to hate universally. Vim, an iconic brand, has built itself over the utilitarian benefits of faster degreasing and stain removal. However, the issue at hand now is that strong competitors and other Me Too brands have gained parity on performance and offer a higher yield at discounted price, which is an attractive proposition for Indian customers. The brand needs to add an emotional and self-expressive benefits to develop resonance and transition into a philosophy brand. To understand our target market, we used the lifestyle-based segmentation, and the key insight we found was that in urban segment, women considered household activities a boring, thankless job for which they neither ask for any help nor are appreciated. Whereas for rural, the belief was that doing chores is their personal way of caring their families.
Thus, to categorize responses, we used the axes of concern and incidence and focused on parameters which reflected highly on both. We also analyzed the huge gender gap. Household work is typically not seen as actual work, while the Indian woman spends about 6 to 7 hours of her day on it. As a result, we realized that every Indian woman has to sacrifice on her me time to make up for this gender bias, and the key insight that we've built our idea on is that women are underappreciated heroes and they wish that their effort was acknowledged. This led us to our marketing idea, Vim Appreciate, wherein we will use an emotional message strategy based on the ideas of the life roles women play, their innate generosity, and the relationships they nurture.
We recommend the use of 4 main activations to bring alive this theme. First, the Vim Better Half Challenge, a call to action to husbands to upload a video telling us how their wives truly complete their life. We aim to leverage the network effect by asking them to nominate people from their social circle. To connect with the lower LSM consumers, we plan to set up Vim hobby centers in rural areas where local women can learn skills such as stitching, and also run a radio-based activation called Vim Meri Pyari Bahu, wherein families compete and help make their daughter-in-law the best Bahu in town. Moreover, our modern lifestyles are incomplete without the support of maids, and appreciating their efforts is essential to Vim's mission. We plan to run a campaign called Vim Buy for Buy and organize a family day for them as a gesture of gratitude from the families they help nurture. Lastly, enhancing Vim's digital and social media footprint, partnering with high-traffic women-friendly pages such as PopXO will help us gain their affinity. To conclude, we want to establish Vim as a brand that recognizes and celebrates Indian women's fortitude.
If of all your ideas, if you had to choose only one, which would you choose and why would you choose that?
So we'd go with the first one, the Vim Better Half Challenge. That would be our main idea, and we'd like to run that and probably test it out how effectively it clicks with the audience that we are looking at. The only difficulty we see with that is the fact that for certain of consumers, we found that they didn't feel that appreciation, although appreciation was important, they didn't mind not getting the appreciation. They felt that getting appreciated from their husband or their in-laws is important for them, but as of now, they're okay with doing their chores.
If we took that very activation, that very idea of the Better Half Challenge, you said, right? Tell me what you would do. Don't tell me what is the media plan there or how would you activate it, but just tell me a little bit more behind what is the big idea.
There will be a television commercial that will issue a call to action to husbands in general across the country, asking them that how well do you effectively know your wife. Based on the sort of responses that we feel that we would get from the husbands, there would be a call to action that would be issued to consumers that probably today is the time, because more than the words of appreciation you can give out to her, sharing her burden for one day or giving out 1,000 words of appreciation would help her realize that you are not just silently noticing her work, you effectively value it. The value she brings to your life is not just being noticed, but it means a lot, not just to you.
So what will happen as a result of that?
So they will be able to, they'll shoot a video of themselves doing the dishes And
no, do you seriously think people are going to shoot videos of themselves doing dishes?
Sir, it is possible.
It is possible.
If executed.
Ooh, I have to shoot my own video. No, what do you mean if executed well?
The objective is just to show a glimpse of that. The more important aspect here is that they will appreciate and they will talk about how their wives are so essential to their lives. So that is the essence of the video that we're trying to build on. But we're bringing the dishwashing dimension to bring a connect with Vim.
The reason dishwashing is not liked, is because they spend almost an hour a day. And they do it day in and day out. And they do it for like 4 times a day. My flip question is, if a husband were to do it once, he would actually find it easy. It takes like 10 minutes. Would he actually appreciate her more or less? Think, this was so simple. Why do you keep cribbing about it? Because he has to do a 10-minute module while she has to do it for the rest of her life 4 times a day.
I had spoken to a lot of guys and a lot of men and women about this fact. So, as you're saying that just doing it once for just for 10 minutes might make them feel that it's an easy job, but the fact that they will be able to communicate that message that I know that I'm just taking it up only today, but you go through this every single day and you have been doing this silently for a long amount of time and without any complaints. This is the message that is going from the husband to the wife, and it's that sense of appreciation, the sense of acknowledgement that wives usually want, and some may get it, but most of them said that they do not. That is what we are trying to bring alive.
Well, on that note, we'll take a quick break, but on the other side, the third team on today's episode will show what they've got. Welcome back to Lessons in Marketing Excellence Season 8. This is part 2 of the semi-finals. It's time now for Jokam Go from IIM Calcutta to make their mark. Before you begin, here's a quick recap of rules. You have 3 minutes to finish your presentation, followed by a question and answer round with the judges. Good luck. Your time starts now.
Washing dishes alone is so boring. This was the common trigger that we found when we talked to maids, housewives, working mothers and bachelors. The key insight obtained was that dishwashing is a mundane, lonely and boring exercise with minimal others' involvement. We thus concluded that our purpose is to position Vim as a family-friends bonder using the theme of small moments do matter a lot and making dishwashing a cheerful chore. Hence, we propose a 2-pronged strategy of 360-degree marketing plan with phase 1 spanning over 10 months. We intend to do this through video ad campaign on TV, YouTube, Facebook and other leading social media sites. The concept of the ads, taglines and screenshots can be leveraged for print media in newspapers as well. The campaign would be called Vim Bonding Moments under the tagline, Bas Bartan Nahi, Ab Vim Rishton Ko Bhi Chamkaye. We have developed a few plots for this purpose. First, till dirty dishes do us apart for married couples. The scene opens to a newly married couple enjoying a meal they cook together, nestled up on the couch. Although the woman has finished the meal, she is reluctant to get up as the monstrous pile of dishes awaits her in the kitchen. The husband reads her face and washes his plate with Vim. He proceeds to use the shiny plate to throw light on his wife's face and they both laugh. The ad ends with the happy couple washing dishes together. Second, the science project targeted at mother and child. A young boy is frowning at his incomplete science project. He is running around the house searching for reflective concave and convex objects for his science chapter light. His mother notices his frustration and proceeds to the kitchen where she washes his spoon with Vim. She hands the spoon to him and sees his face light up. The ad ends with the duo working on the science project using the shiny spoon.
Third, gangs of Vim Sepur, the bond of 100 lemons. A group of friends are seen having a merry time together. The house is littered with used vessels. As the party ends, everybody proceeds to leave the house, leaving the distraught host alone. As he slowly starts picking up the used plates, one of his friends surprises him from behind, saying, "Hamari yaari jhoote bartanon se zyada tagdi hai." They are joined by more people and together wash the plates with Vim. A similar plot has been designed where mother-in-law and bride conquer their common foe, the dirty dishes. Next, in phase 2, spanning from October to November, the time of Diwali and Dussehra, we use on-ground activation and experiential marketing with the hashtag #WimWali campaign. Here people will take a selfie while washing dishes with Vim and write a short paragraph describing how together doing a boring task like washing dishes has brought them closer. These pictures would be uploaded on social media sites and gift hampers would be given away based on the number of likes. To supplement other key insights, we suggested 3 products as part of the brand extension. First, Vim Zero Wetness Apron, based on the insight that one of the most hated parts of washing utensils is getting wet. Second, Vim Scrub Glove, based on the insight that adults with skin diseases such as psoriasis find cleaning dishes painful. And Vim Scrub Handle for young kids.
First of all, I found your idea interesting, especially the whole insight of lonely and the fact that you'd sort of built on that across, so that was good. But I was wondering whether it really makes a big, I mean, it's an emotional platform, I understand, so people may be intrigued by it. They may even start doing something differently, but is it something that's truly purposeful? I mean, what difference will it make to people's lives if you are, encouraging them to sort of do this together?
First of all, it would increase their efficiency when we have 2 hands working on the utensils, and the whole approach towards washing dishes would change. So it's now become a means of spending time with your family rather than just another chore, something you hate.
And so what would we achieve as a result of that? As a society, what would the society achieve? Or what would an individual achieve? Yeah, some efficiency, I understand, but so what?
So the cumulative time spent washing dishes would reduce, and thus per head you can say that the time left for a person per head would increase, which can be put to use on other activities.
How would this work across rural India with the WimWali selfie idea, for example? How would you replicate that in a rural setting?
So in rural India, we've seen that brand loyalty is really low. All they are looking for is a soap that is cheap and that can help them clean dishes.
We have found that in rural India, they use traditional means, say coconut scrub or ash. So brand loyalty as such for a utensil cleaning product is very less.
Leveraging the brand of Vim, we can in fact go ahead and increase the customer base in the urban areas. That'll have a higher return on investment rather than focusing on rural India and expecting them to understand what Vim is and then use Vim in their cleaning utensils.
But part of the premise of your case is to make it universal. Yeah, it should straddle LSM, straddle geography. So I think you're missing a large part by not actually trying to even address rural.
And with that, we have come to the end of part 2 of the semi-final round of L.I.M.E Season 8. We will be back with 3 more teams as they present their marketing solutions for their real-life case study, Hindustan Unilever's Vim. Until then, from the entire team, goodbye and thank you for watching.
Focus, ideate, innovate, enable.